Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion continues to play the Binding of Isaac. I'm not actually sure, to be honest with you, if we are due for a random run. But we're gonna do a random run. So whether we're due for it, we're doing it, it doesn't really matter. Do the do, we're due for a doing the due date. Don't do it. I don't really know what just went through my head there, but that's okay. What I was gonna say to open this episode is that if you ignore that terrible episode where I died on Necropolis 2 and hey, we found the secret room. That's what I was kind of planning on there and why I went a little bit quiet. If you ignore that episode where I died terribly on Necropolis 2 and ended the streak, we've won like 14 out of 15 games, which is pretty ridiculous. Normally I bat around 50%, or at least previously I batted around 50% in the Binding of Isaac, whether playing as Isaac or on a random run. So I'm feeling really good about the way that things have gone lately. This is going to be a net profit for us, not a great one, but half a spirit heart does beat not having half a spirit heart. So I'm very excited by the prospects that we have facing us here. Obviously, I want to keep getting wins here. I know that, you know, if I just won that run, and it was going pretty well, the streak would be at, like, unprecedented circumstances right now. So be it. Shit happens. We're just going to try to build another streak. It'll be better. Blackjack and hookers. Fry guy. .jpeg at memebase.com. I don't really know how the internet works. We're fighting the Widow here. It's a pink version of the Widow. Pink version of the Widow is a little faster than your vanilla Widows, which is my favorite Rage Against the Machine song. Hey now, Vanilla Widows, in a waffle cone, please. It's been a while since I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Anyway, was that? It might have been Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. I apologize for potentially dropping some misleading information. There's some dumb damage, but it's okay. Just a little bit of spirit heartage that has gone down here. No big problems. It also summons the red nubs. I think I mentioned that, but in case I didn't, that is the other thing that makes this fight a little trickier. And we get an HP upgrade. This is pretty much your standard first floor right here. A Tears upgrade. Is Loki's Horns a better or worse Tears upgrade than average? I gotta be honest with you, I actually don't know. If it gives you increased rate of fire out of the front of your face, the way most Tears upgrades do, and in addition to that, also causes you to occasionally shoot out in all four directions, then, yeah, it's I guess, objectively a little bit better than your average Tears upgrade. If it only causes you to shoot in different directions occasionally, I'd say it's maybe a little bit subjectively worse, in my opinion at least. But I'm not totally sure yet. As Kane, all pills are not bad. Health upgrade. That is pretty much the definition of a great pill. I waffle back and forth on whether or not I prefer that pill to Tears upgrades. It's a little situational, but I'd say right now I'm very happy to have either of them, and the health upgrade is something that I'm excited to receive. So, worst case scenario, at least we've gotten 2 HP upgrades already. Hopefully we'll be able to snag a deal with the devil on this floor. The elephant in the room is, yes, I got little Chub. That was not my way of saying I had an erection in an inappropriate place. Not that that's ever happened to me. Let's see if we can find the secret room. If I were a secret room, I would be up here somewhere. Nope, okay. Well, we'll see if we can get some more money at least. Little Chad, sorry, it wasn't Little Chub, it was Little Chad to begin with, but, Little Chad is fine. The only thing that I like about it right now, though, specifically, is that, I won't have to possibly fight Little Chad and get it later. I mean, I may still have to fight Little Chad, or regular-sized version of Chad that drops Little Chad, but I won't get Little Chad as a result. So by picking it up in an item room, we've made that boss fight a little bit better for us if it happens to show up. There have been odd times where Little Chad has saved my life. There have been odd times where, without me knowing it, Little Chad has probably negatively contributed to my death by causing, like, the Miter and Relic to drop less Spirit Hearts and more Red Hearts. Admittedly, both of those could have happened, but I'm happy to knock it out of the rotation as early as possible. Pretty nasty fight here against Duke of Flies. I've already taken some damage, and I should not have taken damage. But, in my defense, quite a long fight here. I'm very tempted to use a bomb. Oh my, we're probably not going to get a deal with the devil on this floor. I'm very tempted to use a bomb, but I want to save this bomb to possibly either get that Tinted Rock or maybe snag a key afterwards. There is a bomb for a key situation, and there's a Tinted Rock, which, of course, could be a bomb for a key and a Spirit Heart, but I'd rather take a bird in the hand versus 2 in the bush, if you know what I mean. Don't ask your mother about that one. She might prefer 2 in the bush, now that I think about it. Your mom is a hoe, is the gist of that joke. I assume that it was probably fairly quickly articulated, but I just wanted to spell it out for you. Wouldn't the humor be so much better, and by better I mean way worse, if you just explained every joke in its literal context? Very happy to get Squeezy here, by the way. like, if you, like, tried to explain a joke to somebody, and you, instead of just telling the joke, you just said, like, hey, yeah, well, your mom is promiscuous. Like, that really takes the venom out of it, which I think, in my mind, actually makes the situation a great deal funnier. If you were just like, yeah, well, your dad is not very strong. I would like that. I think now that we got this extra key, I actually am going to open that golden chest. That golden chest could give us an item, or it could give us more bombs and keys. I think it's worth it. We traded a bomb for a key, and then a key for a golden chest, which gave us a tarot card, which is the Emperor. It's weird. This is like getting a savings bond from your grandparents when you're like 5 years old, right? Your grandparents are like, just hold on to that money, slugger, and someday that'll pay for a year of college. And you're like, Grandma, I don't want a year of fucking college. I wanted like a Razor scooter or something like that. But then when you get to be like, you know, 17, 18, 19, 20, you're like, wow, that was really nice. So if we manage, oh, we got another bomb back anyway, so we can still open the Tinted Rock. But this Emperor card is that college savings bond. We can't really do too much with it right now. I'm gonna try something a little funky here. Maybe this will let us find the secret room, although I really doubt it. Nope. We got a key back for it, so sure, we basically got nothing out of that. We can't do anything with it right now, but this Emperor card will become exceedingly valuable as we get a little bit further into the game. So, thank you very much, Grandma. You know, at the same time, though, couldn't you just... Because that's kind of a cheap way of doing things, right? I mean, it's not, but it is. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice gesture to give a young child some financial security a little bit later in life. But it's also kind of selfish in some ways, even though it's a very selfless act on the surface. Because basically what you're saying is, I'll pay for a year of your college, but only through the power of compound interest. I'm not going to pay for a year of your college, like, when you're going to college, which I can understand the reasoning why you wouldn't want to do that. That's obviously going to be more expensive. But you're also saying, like, I'll tell you what you're basically doing is saying, like, hey, 5-year-old, tell you what, you're not getting a 5th birthday present. What I'm going to do is give you your 18th birthday present when you're 5. And that's kind of shitty. I mean... I don't know, maybe, I'm at the cusp, I would say, of, you know, people always think I'm old, and if you're listening to this and you're like 15, I know you're like, oh shit, that guy's 25, you'll be here too, God willing, one day. 25 is not old. I'm at the age where young people are like, you're old, and old people are like, why are you considering yourself old? That's such a young thing to do. I get that, okay? But what I'm trying to say is, I'm old enough to understand standard dad reasoning. Right? And uncle reasoning, granddad reasoning, however you want to handle it. So I'm old enough to be like, yeah, a year's, like a savings bond is a great gift. But I'm also young enough to remember, you know, being 10, 11, 12 years old and how I felt when I got gifts like that. And obviously the fact that I got gifts like that is a symbol of me having somewhat of a privileged upbringing. Keep in mind that when I'm not trying to hide that and say like, oh, my childhood was very rough. But... so I've got these conflicting, like, two fucking, like, I've got an 8-year-old angel and then, like, a 48-year-old angel on my shoulder. And they're like, get him a savings bond. And I'm like, nah, get him candy. And I don't know. It's a weird, they're battling it out. And I know that the old side's gonna win, and maybe it should. But you can't fight it forever, man. We're gonna take the ability to fly here. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. But luckily, we didn't really run into anything on that floor that required my train of thought, because... I was way off in fucking Tangent Land. Now, obviously, Spirit of the Night, good item. We are back to Kane's starting amount of health. The fact that we're fighting Super Envy, my eyes, means that we have like a 69% chance of picking up an attack fly. So we'll try to take out these guys as soon as possible. It's gonna be a long fight. You know, I don't super envy myself right now for having to go through this relative nightmare, in Binding of Isaac circumstances at least. Basically, we're going to be here for like the next 20 minutes trying to make this work. But if we get an attack fly, that will cumulatively pay for itself in time, and also it'll make us better at the game. So, it's well worth it. It's just a little bit tedious to get it done in the first place. We're almost done here. We're definitely past the halfway point at least, I'd say. Knocking out these, and the more of the little ones that show up, the closer we actually get to the end. Yeah, thank you very much. Takes 4 hits, I think, to destroy the little ones with the current amount of damage we have, which is not very good. We have a decent rate of fire as a result of Squeezy and maybe Loki's horns, which apparently only work for us like once every 20 shots. But we definitely are in need of way more offensive upgrades, and we gotta keep a meat on this floor, which is a defensive upgrade in its own right, but So we got the Joker card. Now this is an interesting one, because I mentioned that Emperor card. This is like if your grandparents gave you that savings bond, and then when you were like 16, you were like, I'm never gonna use this, and you just up and like smoked it. Because we are not gonna take that Joker card with us. Or sorry, we're not gonna take the Emperor card with us, we're gonna take the Joker card with us. Because it gives us a free deal with the devil, which is better. Basically, objectively better in my opinion, than the Emperor card. At least as long as you're in the point of the game where, you know, you're gonna get deals with the devil. You're not on a floor that it's impossible to get a deal with the devil on, like Necropolis 2, or sorry, not Necropolis 2. That would totally work. The Womb Part 2, or Utero Part 2 is what I was trying to say there, before I completely lost my train of thought. So yeah, you basically just, you know, rolled a fat-ass blunt or something out of the savings bond and thought it was a smart idea. Maybe he posted it to YouTube and he made more money than that savings bond could have possibly provided you to begin with. Take that, Grandma. New media, motherfucker! Now, we did get a decent payout from that golden chest. More keys than we invested, tons of red hearts, obviously, and a little bit more money. So it's looking like the shop will probably be... Oh, snap. It's looking like the shop will probably be viable for us on this floor. We found the secret room. Maybe the second secret room will be down here, and we'll be the luckiest people in the world. Nope. But it was worth a try regardless. 3 more cents. That's going to be exactly enough to go to the shop. And, well, it's going to take us 100 years to shoot that fire, so I'm just going to maybe say no to that. We find holy water, which I'm not going to pick up, I guess. Makes a familiar worse, and its positive effect is basically nil, so I'm just going to say no to that for now. Cost us a key. We have enough. It's not so bad. Let's check out our shop quickly. We haven't been gifted a golden opportunity on this run just yet. The compass is a great pickup for us, though. And the Joker card is a theoretical deal with the devil in waiting. Maybe deal with the angel, but probably not because we already took a deal with the devil. Sure. We still have no spacebar item. That's something we want to get a handle on. We still have very, very shitty health. Not fantastic damage. Adequate defense. And overall, I'd say we're a little bit below average for where I would like to be in a run at this point. But we are only through the Catacombs Part 1, and we have the ability to fly, exclusively good pills, Joker card, and the compass. So we're not dealing with no possibly winning ingredients here, you know? We're not trying to make a chicken sandwich out of like a week-old bag of spinach or something like that. We got the ingredients that are necessary to actually make a run like this work. We need a little bit more of them. Maybe send your husband out for a trip to the grocery store or something like that. Or your wife, or it doesn't really matter. So your kid, if they can drive. Shit, man, as soon as I turned 16, I became the errand boy for my parents. And when I was a kid, I was like, Mom, why do I have to go out to the store and get this stuff for the dinner that you're cooking for me for free and you're paying for because you gave me your credit card to go pick it up? And then I was like, oh, wait, I'm a shithead. Also, they bought the car that I drive everywhere. So, I mean, they didn't buy me a car. I'd use their car. And I liked it, god damn it. Now, I got blood rights. It's not very good, and truth be told, I've never actually used blood rights effectively. I don't think, like, anytime I pick it up, it's exclusively by accident, I think. Please be a good secret room. Well, that's a lot of money, and that's enough to actually make the shop viable. Have a pretty sneaking suspicion that we'll probably end up fighting greed in here, but so be it. Yeah, that had to happen. Shall we use blood rights, like, once? Oh, so it works like the Necronomicon. Okay, basically what I was trying to do, what I was trying to suss out is this the Necronomicon, or is this, you know, Razor Blade, where we take damage, but it does damage, or it increases our damage. We take damage, but it increases our damage. I really do not like blood rights, because it takes 1 full heart. So, that's very scary. And obviously, like, we can't use it again, even though it would kill greed. If we hit him again, they would kill us as well, which is infuriating. And if we get hit once by greed, then we're on the fucking chopping block, you know? So, gotta be pretty cautious about this situation. The game has not been very kind to us so far. Come on, you should be dead 100 times over. Thank you for the money, at least. And again, what's my new strategy in the Binding of Isaac? The strategy that has been, thank you very much, working out quite well for me. Well, more well than usual. Just survive long enough for the game to give you an item that can win you the game. We don't have that item yet. We've got a couple that contribute to it. But we don't have that item just yet. But if we survive a little bit longer, you never know. Just gotta stay alive long enough to give the game an adequate opportunity to help us. So we're not gonna use the Joker card until we're absolutely sure we can at least get something from the deal with the devil. And it's, you know, we may end up fighting Krampus, and then we'll wish that we used it a little earlier. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. If we get Lump of Coal, that's a free Lump of Coal in my mind. So obviously, ooh, that could have killed us right there. Glad I didn't let that happen. Kind of nervous about our boss fight, you know? Cursed Skull is actually terrible. Now I'm less nervous about it because at least we can take one hit. And it's a fairly easy boss fight, all things considered. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna take damage, but it does mean I'm probably less likely to take damage. And as you can see, the attack fly is actually a pretty sweet counter to this boss, helping to keep me in positive spirits here. And oh, I did take damage. That was stupid of me. I really thought that once they started to explode, I wouldn't be able to get hit anymore. We got a range upgrade for my troubles there. I think that's definitely adequate compensation. Not. Bringing back the not joke. I'm not bringing it back from the 90s. I'm bringing it back from when Borat brought it back for the first time. I know. And I know I didn't invent the Shrek meme. But I am thinking that we're kind of on the cutting edge of this Limp Bizkit thing. I've been seeing references to Fred Durst now pop up in fucking Achievement Hunter, the Yogscast. I get people tweeting me and they're like, why are the Yogscast asking, or why are Achievement Hunter acting like they brought back Limp Bizkit? And I'm like, that's a damn good question. You can follow the references. They're all dated on the internet. I think we, at the NLSS, we didn't, you know, bring Limp Bizkit back. But I think we were a big part of Limp Bizkit becoming part of the ironic cultural zeitgeist, or experiencing the ironic cultural zeitgeist that they're experiencing right now. Which obviously is giving them absolutely zero financial benefit, but that being said, which is why this is a very silly argument to be having. I hear that, I see that sometimes online. People are like, I'm pretty sure I invented this meme, and I'm like, cool, dude. Go to the fucking Smithsonian or something and get yourself locked behind glass. Doesn't really matter. You invent a fucking, like, a new kind of engine, you'll be a trillionaire. Go nuts. But no, you pasted some white text over a proprietary cartoon character's face, and now you think you're fucking the cleverest man who's ever lived. Well, yeah, okay, so I was gonna say maybe we'll use blood rights and try to simplify this room for ourselves a little bit. Nope. Now that will kill us, which is why it'll be really nice to head down to the next floor where, at least theoretically, I should have 3 HP. So if I get hit once by a champion, I can at least still use blood rights if I want to. Although I probably won't because, it, you know, blood rights scares the shit out of me. We're actually very lucky we have little Chad, to be honest with you. I never thought I'd say it, but without little Chad, we'd be in a much more dire position. We might already be dead by now. And we're only on the Catacombs Part 2. So that's not very, it's not very optimistic, is it? Mind you, keep in mind that I haven't really gotten very many benefits at all. I've gotten 1 HP upgrade and a health up pill, 2 tears upgrades, and that's it. Holy water in 1 item room, blood rights in another item room, and the compass. I have gotten the compass. And this is the situation that this now forces me to deal with. The question that it forces me to deal with, I should say, that the situation forces me to deal with. Is it worth losing 1 heart to kill these enemies? Or am I going to take less than 1 heart of damage from them? Because I usually do take at least half a heart. Alright, we're fine. Still exploring here. Probably should not take damage on this room. So, shouldn't even be a question here. But, yeah, we're going to survive this floor, which is not surprising to me. But, let's just say I'm very happy that we have survived the floor. We did get an Eternal Heart. That's going to keep us alive a little bit longer, but I think you can forgive me for being a little bit wary about our overall chances on this run, given our lack of offensive power, lack of HP, and lack of basically anything objectively great except for the ability to fly in the compass. Is there, well, I mean, and the tears upgrades, obviously, but we're not taking Cursed Skull because Cursed Skull could actually fuck us in some situations. There's probably some way that I haven't thought of. Of course it's Necropolis XL. Can't just be Necropolis, it's gotta be Necropolis XL. Now, at least we do have 3 hearts now, but this should be difficult. Both item rooms are right next to one another, so that's actually great for us. Polyphemus is wonderful. Why does this show up so frequently now? There's no way I'm not picking it up on a run like this, though. Polaroid may end up being useful for us. I mean, we're gonna have to take it regardless. Celtic Cross is also pretty good, so we're gonna take it. I do want to go to that curse room, but we're gonna try to sort out this floor first. Make sure that I've got enough HP to, you know, keep myself surviving. Survived? Would that have worked in that context? Keep myself survived? That would have sounded weird. Keep myself alive would have made sense, obviously. So yeah, getting Polyphemus is a huge boon for us. We're still not even close to being out of the woods yet, but we're at least, we have some potential now. more potential now. We had potential earlier, but now we have more. Shop and mini boss in this area, so I'm very excited to see how this area works out for us, as you might consider. Probably some people out there yelling at me to use blood rights a little bit more aggressively, but with our lack of HP, I can't really justify it. That health upgrade is awesome, though. If we can get more of those, by all means. So we only have one shop remaining for the rest of the game, and we can't re-roll it. So we're just gonna take it. It's the map. I'm happy to have it. We have map plus compass now. Allows us to find the secret room easily. Mini boss is just pride. This will be easy. A few more shots will make this work. And we basically, I'm gonna pop it right now. We basically have 0% chance of getting a deal with the devil unless I use the Joker card. So I guess we'll see what our bosses kind of like pay out with. Because we're gonna have two bosses on this floor. If they pay out with 2 HP upgrades, or we get like more pills that are HP upgrades, or you know, more Eternal Hearts drop on the level or something like that, I may end up thinking that it's actually prudent to use this Joker card to take a deal with the devil. But I don't know. It's gonna depend, because 4 HP is not really enough with my current situation to feel comfortable taking a deal with the devil. And what did I say about surviving long enough for Isaac to give you a winnable item? I mean, obviously, it's a bit basic to say the best strategy in Isaac is don't die, but it does sometimes just kind of come down to that. If you can just keep yourself alive long enough, give yourself as many chances at item pedestals as possible. The good items in Isaac are so much better than the average items that it'll usually end up working out very well in your favor, I think. So we got a little bit more money, some bombs and keys. To the game's credit, it's kind of the one thing that has never been in short supply on this run, are consumables. We were a little bit low on the first floor, but that's absolutely normal. Very lucky to not take damage there. We're going to every room just in case it drops pills, man. That's the focus here. So again, this is a room that I could probably use blood rights on. 1 red heart per Necronomicon is a terrible deal, though. And I imagine it gets worse when we start getting spirit hearts involved to the equation, but we'll see. I do want to go to that curse room, and I think now is pretty much the right time to do so. We've got a lot of red hearts kind of remaining, and I can afford to get hit. We're not going to have a mini-boss, but yeah, what I mean is I can afford to take that damage because there's so many red hearts that I'll just be fine. So we get Guppy's Tail for free in our curse room, which is awesome. Our secret room then contains an awful lot of money, and we're only going to lose 1 red heart, so normally I would probably be way aggressive and just keep moving on throughout the game, but instead I'm going to make every effort to keep ourselves at full health just in case things get dangerous. Maybe being at a half heart would be better, but we can always make that happen later on this floor. I assume that I'll probably still take some damage at some point. Look at how many fucking rooms are available. There's like one whole, like 2 rows of maybe 8 or 9 rooms, 7 or 8 rooms at least, that are just like one big ass, like, thick dick of Isaac reamingness that I am concerned about. You know, that represents maybe the most difficult point remaining on this floor, or maybe the best point remaining on this floor. I'm gonna open a lot of golden chests as long as keys are permitting. That's an empty room basically. And on a lot of these rooms, I'm thinking about using blood rights, but I just don't know if I'm gonna get adequate compensation. I'm assuming that 1 blood rights would kill everything. So if I'm gonna get hit once, I might as well use a blood rights, right? Oh, that's so good. But if I don't get hit once, then it's best not to, obviously. There's another key, so we're back up to 3. Obviously, I want to be at 4 by the time we get to the chest, but we got a long way to go before that happens anyway. See, on this room, I've already been hit once. Maybe it would have been best for me to just use blood rights right away. What I don't like about blood rights is that it forces you to make that uncomfortable choice right off the bat. There we go. I will open it. We could actually use a speed upgrade. It's not the best item in the game, but I'm happy to have it. Yeah, let's not kill Greenie yet. We can get away from him, and that's what I was hoping for. He kills 1 whole conga line for us, and then he dies too. And there's another golden chest. Getting a little wary about opening them at this point. Be cool. If we just stay far away, I don't think... Oh, I got up in it. It's okay. Keys? No keys. So we're not going to open that yet. This should be easy for us. Oh, that was pretty clutch dodge there, you got to admit, but probably should have never found myself in that dire of a circumstance to begin with. And there we go. Keys, keys, keys. Nope. Money. And HP. I would love to open all these golden chests, but we're going to leave them for now. So far, I would say our traversal of this area has been very, very nice. Calm, even, believe it or not. I wish we could get more keys, but we have gotten an HP and speed upgrade on the way here, and boy howdy, are there a lot of golden chests, which are, you know, titillating me with their potentiality. There's a key. There's also a spirit heart, so I'm thinking, okay, thank you, Celtic Cross, for being the greatest Celtic Cross of all time. There's a lot of red hearts available for us, so I feel totally justified in gambling a little bit here. We'll get our red hearts back. Now that we have 3 keys, I guess I will open up this, that's hurting me pretty badly. Hey, we got it, okay. This floor is turning out nicely for us. 3 keys. Let's pop one open. Gave us a tarot card, which is the Lovers, which we'll just put down. May end up being worth it, probably not, but after getting the HP upgrade in the form of the blood bag, I'm willing to absorb that cost. That feels fine. Come on. Exactly what I wanted. We have enough bombs that I feel okay using, you know, 1, 2 maybe on Chub. 2 on Chub is also my favorite reality TV talk show on the Playboy Network. Does that still exist? People can't possibly pay for that. Maybe they do. You know what? I'm thinking, while we're busy, again, I equate Isaac to like a sweater sometimes almost, and there's many threads on that sweater that are loose, and if you can just find one and start pulling on it, then life's gonna be good for you. Or at least you have the chance for life to get better. And that's the position we're in right now, quite frankly, where this entire floor has been a seam for us, and we've gotten lucky right off the bat in some senses by picking up items like Polyphemus and Celtic Cross, and we've worked for some items as well, and it's turned out nicely for us. So it's going to be, obviously, a long floor. Let's try something. That killed the masks. That's actually remarkably useful information to have. That if we ever come across one of these rooms, for 1 heart, we can just kill the masks right away. Pretty useful information if you ask me. We still have to fight the hearts, which can sometimes be annoying in itself, but since we have the ability to fly, should have just used blood rights here, clearly. Since we have the ability to fly, it's less scary, I suppose. Another key. So what I'm thinking is that before we leave this floor, I'll probably end up gambling like crazy. This room also gives me pause to possibly use blood rights, but yeah, probably should have. We'll gamble the shit out of those slot machines that we encounter. Can't believe we haven't found an arcade on this run, by the way, but we'll gamble like crazy on those situations, and maybe we'll be able to pick up more keys, open as many golden chests as we can on this floor. I doubt that we'll get another one to pay out as nicely as we have on this run so far, but still. Want to see what our bosses give us as well. We're only 1 room away from finally being able to access the boss room after a very long time on this floor. We are over 100 megabytes already, which, I don't know, puts me at like 30-something minutes. 33 if I had to guess. I used to have a timer on these, but it doesn't really matter. There's never been a situation where I was like, oh, this episode's gone on too long, better stop. So I kind of figured that the timer was kind of worthless. We just play until the run is over. And we will fight the first boss, because why not? Wonderful. At least we have Polyphemus. There's so many red hearts that I feel like I can make some good stuff happen. I wonder if you can use blood rights twice, while only taking 1 heart of damage. I guess the good thing... Oh, you can! No, the second time only takes a half? You can. Alright, that was the ideal way to fight that. What are these 3 pills? Oh, we got a full suite of orbitals, so there's one pretty fly per pill there, and nothing else. But hey, a full suite of orbitals is actually awesome. Let's go back, we're gonna get our HP, and we're gonna gamble like crazy. This could be, again, this is the seam, theoretically, or the thread that we pull on, and we can make this run work for us. More keys, ideally. Already, though, full suite of orbitals. I mean, if you just look at this floor. Full suite of orbitals, Polyphemus, Celtic Cross, 3 HP upgrades, 2 speed upgrades. It's pretty good. And the map. I totally forgot about the map, which is silly because that's a big part of this whole compass map arrangement as well. Another pill. Every pill is also great for us. Well, theoretically, not bad, at least. We got Balls of Steel, which is another 2 Spirit Hearts. Nice to have. Those will probably get exhausted pretty soon, but that's okay. Really wish that we had an arcade so I could gamble twice as quickly as this, but... Or like 1.5 times as quickly as this. Whatever, though. More Spirit Hearts is great. More keys. There we go. Keep it coming. I don't know how many keys I may open the... We only have 3 golden chests left on this floor. We'd still be leaving with 1 key. I may just open all 3 of the golden chests, because it's theoretically... Well, beyond theoretically possible that one of them... That's another... No? Tears up, that's awesome. But it's possible that one of them will contain 1 or more keys, so that seems relatively smart to me. And, of course, it's possible that we get HP upgrades in them as well. This is paying out so nicely that I don't want to leave, to be honest with you, but we will have to at some point. Another Balls of Steel pill is awesome. We've seriously gotten, like, 6 or 7 Spirit Hearts just from this alone. Not to mention the keys, and that's, I found pills, which is whatever. It is what it is. More Spirit Hearts is always better, but you can pay out with the Temperance card as well, and I would be very much looking forward to that, if you did. We'll play until we get down to 30 cents, then I think we'll start opening some of these golden chests, and then we can come back to this slot machine or go to the other slot machine. I found pills again. Weird rotation. We've only seen like 3 or 4 of the pills. But remember, I'm trying to keep the pseudo streak alive, or grow the new streak, depending on how you feel about things. Probably the latter, because that's the realistic situation. I found pills again. Okay, I'm maybe just going to stop taking that at this point. Just enabling the game. That's Balls of Steel, I think. Let's get that quick. I found pills. Let's take it, just to get it out of the way, I guess. And another Balls of Steel pill. Okay. And... maybe we'll go down to 20 cents. Because I'm liking this slot machine's got... It's been lucky for me. It's another I found pills. More keys. That's why we're here. 6 of them means we'll be taking 3 at least down to the next floor, even if none of the golden chests pay out with anything useful. Another health upgrade. That's the other reason I'm here. Now we're totally in a position where we could trade that to a deal with the devil and possibly pick up a really good offensive item. We're going down to 20 cents, then we're opening these golden chests. This slot machine has turned out exceptionally for us. I mean, that's kind of what you'd expect if you have 40 cents or more to gamble on it. And I did spend maybe more than 40 cents, technically, with the amount of money that they gave us, too. So let's start opening up these golden chests. We're going to take at least 3 down to the chest, bar none. So first one is just a bomb. We get 1 bomb for a key. Not a good trade. Second one, a little bit of money and another bomb. And our third one, a golden key. In hindsight, I very much wish that I'd opened that one first. That being said, do we gamble a little bit more? I mean, it's kind of nice to, I think, but take this I found pills. It's not like we're going to use the money for anything else but a judgment, so maybe we'll go down to 15 cents, then we'll fight our boss. Why 15 cents? It's a sentimental number. It's what you need to get a shop to pay out, but also that's where I feel comfortable, basically like 95% that a judgment will pay out as well. I've been wrong about that before, but so be it. I can't believe we're still rolling with blood rights, by the way. If I could just get a new spacebar item. Almost any spacebar item. Even if we got like the white pony or something like that, I would probably take it over blood rights, because the white pony's active effect is better than blood rights in my opinion. Thank God we got another key. Now that we've got this other key, I don't really worry about those other ones not paying out fantastically for us. And we got 3 more plays here, then we'll fight Mom. I think at this point, our spacebar item that we'd be looking for is Blue Candle, but it's very unlikely to show up now, of course. 2 more plays. And I'm glad I took the time to gamble in this area. It exploded for me at the last second, and how wonderful to do so with I Found Pills. The pill that it was so staunchly in support of its entire life. So, on this floor, we picked up 4 or 5 HP upgrades at this point, which is very crazy. Thrilled that it's happened, don't get me wrong. And we also picked up Guppy's tail, which is something that I haven't really touched upon beyond just like, hey, there's a lot of golden chests. But it does mean that it is possible, when I use this Joker card, that we could pick up 2 Guppy items, become Guppy, and all of a sudden, with Polyphemus, our flies are doing crazy damage. You know, we're generating a ton of them. We can already fly, so we wouldn't gain much of an additional benefit in that sense, but that's okay. It would still be well worth it. It would be a little bit of a tricky choice if, like, if it was 9 lives that was the item that determined whether or not I became Guppy. And I say that because, obviously, 9 lives would cause our health to get lower. But if it's Guppy's paw, that's really good then. And this is where my ignorance kind of comes to rear its ugly head, because if I take 9 lives, does it automatically drop me down to 1 red heart container? I think it does. So I would, I probably wouldn't do that then. We're gonna take Super Bandage, which is another HP upgrade plus Spirit Hearts. We get 9 lives and Brimstone. I'm not gonna take either. Brimstone might be amazing for us, but I'm happy with where we're at, and I'm wary to give up the 2 hearts so soon after I've already, you know, worried about my health for so long, basically. Plus, I don't have 100% assurance of how it interacts with. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. I don't have 100% confidence with how it interacts with Polyphemus. I'm guessing that it gives us better damage, but also has a huge charge time on it, which is absolutely fair considering how potent it can be. Plus, you know, let's engender some goodwill for once. I won't take Brimstone. I'm taking it and Mom's Knife too much recently. They're worth lumping together because they are my 2 favorite Deal with the Devil items for sure. And they both give you a great chance of better success. I think I'm going to check out our shop, or sorry, our secret room quickly, because there's already a mini-boss elsewhere on this level. It's a fortune teller. I want pills. I don't really want trinkets. I want Spirit Hearts. I don't really want trinkets. If we get 1 more trinket, I'm going to leave. Oh, okay. Okay, that's useful. I'll stick around. If I get 1 more trinket now, I'm gonna leave. Okay. High Priestess and Umbilical Cord. And there's our Spirit Hearts. We want to come back this way. Get this stuff going on. 2 of Hearts. Yeah. We don't need the High Priestess card as much as we need 2 of Hearts. Now, if I get 1 more trinket, I'm gonna leave. Alrighty then. Well, Crystal Ball is way better than what we've previously been dealing with. So I'm super excited to have that. It's basically a Mapless Compass, and it's basically a Book of Revelations. It's everything you want and more. Should have opened those locks just for fun, considering I have a golden key here. Really hoping that we get some golden chests, considering, you know, Guppy's tail and all that, but could possibly snag a Deal with the Devil on this floor. Very, very happy to have the Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball. Star of American Psycho. Nothing. Okay, who's our boss? Skull-X. This should be exceedingly easy. Let's set a challenge for ourselves. Let's beat Skull-X exclusively using the attack fly. It's not going to be a cakewalk, presumably. It's fairly difficult to line up, all things considered. I'm going to guess that the over-under on how long I'd choose to stick with this bullshit condition is about 15 seconds. Yeah, so we're going to start attacking Skull-X again, because our shots actually do damage to him, believe it or not. Attack Fly also does damage, but it's pretty difficult to actually aim. At least against a boss that kind of works in this, like, 2.5D plane. Well, that was really dumb of me. I'm not sure what I was thinking I would accomplish there. But we get Cat o' Nine Tails, wonderful, and a Deal with the Devil, where I'll take Common Cold. And I don't know if that... If I was Blue Baby, if I were Blue Baby, I think that invincibility would actually work for me and allow me to take Guppy's head. What's the point, though, of risking it? Common Cold is a great pickup for us, I'd say. Definitely we'll check out our secret room, because we can. Might as well pick up the money, you never know. We may end up having to gamble in the future, but I think we've got a pretty good situation here. Common Cold is nice. It's always worth the 1 heart, at least, I feel. And it shows up so rarely that it's nice to get it. The damage over time is useful. Just convenient dodging in and around the rocks here. Whoop, that was very close. Should start just putting my mindset at this point of the game into, like, bullet hell. I'm actually, you won't believe it, I'm pretty good at bullet hell shooters. I haven't played Toho. Again, I never know how it's pronounced, and I always embarrass myself by pronouncing it. But, you know, I beat Jamestown on the highest difficulty, I think. And when I was in Korea, I played a bunch of space shooters all the time whenever we would go to the Orochiel, so the arcade lover's card is basically meaningless for me. I guess I might as well just pop it and put it on the ground, but if we end up using red hearts here, we got bigger problems. Anyway, so yeah, that's why I always feel like in Isaac, whenever I take damage on, like, you know, there's 3 shots coming at me at once and I get hit, I'm like, ugh. I think I can just choose not to take damage, and if I can do that, I should do that. Thank God we have Guppy's tail. As you can tell, the golden chests after that first floor now coming very fast and furious. It's like, please stop with all the golden chests. How am I supposed to open all these? You just slow down, you crazy game. The sheer number of golden chests is just oh, okay, well, fuck me. Hey, Tammy's head is, like, pretty good for us, but I think Crystal Ball is a little bit better. So that's a key down the range, no big deal. Watch out for that. Hey, there's another key for us. And now the moment of truth. So, crowd control, obviously, very, very important. The DOT on Mom's H is going to be wonderful for us. We don't have Mr. Mega or anything like that. There's always kind of a, you know, stick in the mud. I like having Mr. Mega or poison bombs, even if I very rarely realize it until this boss fight, because I very rarely use bombs offensively until this boss fight. We can also use the attack fly offensively if it lines up properly. Odds of that working out, not great, but sometimes it will happen. And that has gone fine for us. Good use of the attack fly. And again, okay. We've only used 5 bombs, so even though this has seemed like a slow fight so far, it's fine. I figured Duke of Flies and permanent bombs from Mom now. So that's good, we at least got permanent bombs before Chub showed up. And now we have some kind of like pseudo Spirit Heart generator in the form of our Crystal Ball, so... it was a really good shot right at the very end. How bitter of you, Mom. And we're very close to the boss fight here. So just be cool. With Polyphemus and damage over time, should not be very difficult to kill Bicycle Helmet Man. There we go. Land a couple of shots in here, just like so. Good. Oh, poison the neutral fly. And even better, we got a Spirit Heart there. Okay, so if we had Nun's Habit, we could maybe make some interesting stuff happen here, theoretically. But now, I mean, we can still make some interesting stuff happen theoretically, but emphasis on the theory part. 2 of Spades, doubles our keys. I'm just going to pop it right away because we're going to stick with 2 of Hearts for our... Poison Touch is pretty good, but is it worth fighting 3 bosses? Yes. Yes, it is. But yeah, I'm going to stick with 2 of Hearts. And not using it on the Blood Bank, because 1 HP is worth way less at this point than basically getting like another half life. Right? Gaben, DAE, PC, Half-Life 3... Gabe Newell, Valve, please. And the reason for that is the sweet-ass invincibility that we have here is going to allow us to do an awful lot of bullshit damage. Damage that I would feel was bullshit if I got hit by it. To every enemy that we end up facing. So, feel pretty good about that. If we had Nun's Habit, this run would be sealed already. It would be 1, because the Crystal Ball gives us so many Spirit Hearts. As is, it's just pretty confident of a win here. Which is great, because 3 or 4 floors ago, I was pretty sure that we were going to end up losing, and there wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. Whereas on this run, life has been an awful lot better. The game's been much kinder to us. We've even skipped over a couple of items as well. Holy Water, Cat of Nine Tails, but we got enough to compensate for that. So, Blue Baby boss fight. With a full suite of Orbitals and Polyphemus, I expect that this is going to be a pretty easy boss fight, not relative to other boss fights, but relative to our standard Isaac boss fight. I think I may have said Blue Baby earlier. If so, I apologize. So as usual, with the full suite of Orbitals, typically I prefer to have Guardian Angel, but even without Guardian Angel, standard practice for me is just don't move, let the Orbitals do the blocking for you whenever possible, and don't get in their way by constantly, or possibly letting a shot sneak in by you. So, it's a little bit of a slow fight here, but don't let my speed fool you. Slow and steady wins the race, because apparently fast and steady is impossible. And we're at about 40% remaining of Isaac's health. Poison damage coming in. We've only been hit once, so that's, you know, I could do this all day. Now we've been hit twice, but every time we get hit, we can go in and do a quick little bit of poison damage to him as well. We'll also occasionally get Celtic Cross invincibility when we get hit. Now we might want to move a little bit just to keep ourselves out of, like, direct harm's way. I want to shoot in a bomb or something like that. Can't believe we didn't get hit there. Can't believe I didn't hit any of them with that bomb either, but that happens. So quickly drop a bomb in there. And crowd control leaves something to be desired there. Even if we get hit like 5 more times over the course of this fight, though, which is theoretically possible, I'm going to be happy with the turnout here. And I think, considering we're going to be able to open all those chest items, I think we've pretty much got a win ahead of us here. But it's not guaranteed yet. Just looks good. Now, please tell me we're not on Curse of Darkness. Keep it going. Poison damage wasn't enough to kill you, much to my surprise. You're... Oh, wow. Okay. Any second now. There we go. What are we dealing with here? Kind of an interesting jaunt over to the boss fight. We're going to take Skinny Odd Mushroom. People are going to be mad at me for this. Why are they going to be mad at me? Deservedly so. It's going to lower our damage and raise our rate of fire, which is going to make that blue baby fight a little bit harder. That being said, I'm going to do it anyway because I think it's going to make the rooms prior to that a little easier. Bob's Rotten Head is what it is, and it is kind of bad. Crystal Ball is going to be way better for us, even if it only gives us 1 Spirit Heart. Monstro's Tooth, not the item we want to be taking with us. But we may take Monstro's Tooth into the Blue Baby boss fight. Again, just one of those weird Isaac situations where a terrible item can actually be better than a pretty good item, situationally speaking. Depends on what the charge is going to look like on Crystal Ball by the time we get there. I do think taking Skinny Odd Mushroom is the right play. I do think that there is room for dissent. So, by all means, if you disagree with me, don't think that I'm just trying to, you know, vilify you or render your opinion invalid. I'm not. I am just saying that I understand both sides of the coin here, and I'm choosing to go with the other side. So, in this case, Mom's Pad is actually going to be our go-to item. It's not going to be Monstro's Tooth anymore. We're going to get Crystal Ball charged up. That was bad damage on my part. But yeah, we're going to get Crystal Ball charged up, which will happen at the end of this room. And you should be dead. You should be dead. You should be dead now. Hopefully we get another Spirit Heart drop. Nope. And we didn't even get a Spirit Heart drop there. More keys. Wonderful. And then we're going to go maybe take Monstro's Tooth. And we're going to use Monstro's Tooth for 1 room, assuming we're not fighting like double Monstro. And then we're going to take Mom's Pad into the boss fight. 2 of Hearts is still what we want. Yes. Monstro's Tooth. Thank you for being a friend and helping me kill a little bit of Wrath's health here. Oh, careful. Ideally want to kill Gluttony last, as you might expect. That was bad damage on my part. We're still fine. Please, Spirit Hearts. Nope. Okay, we got a pill, though. Tears upgrade. Glad to have it. This might be a little bit of a closer fight than I'd like to admit. Okay, so this means we're taking Mom's Pad with us. So through shrewd tactics, hopefully this is going to be good enough. Where do we double? When we have... Well, let's think about it. We have 7 heart containers, but we're not going to lose half heart intervals. We're going to be at full heart intervals. So we could use it at 4, which would give us a total of how many hits on red hearts? 1, 2, 3, and then 7. That would be 10. Or we could use it on 4, and that would give us 4 plus 7. Or 4 plus 6, 10. Doesn't matter when we use the 2 of Hearts card. If we use it at 3 or 4 hearts, that gives us the same amount of potential hits that we can take. I hope I did my mathematical analysis right there. If you don't understand what I was doing there, don't be such a nerd, you nerd. Don't even ask for it. It's okay. I'm gonna run up and give you some poison damage. Why do you want to learn so much about math, you nerd? I'm just joking. Math is pretty cool. Keep doing what you're doing. It'll serve you well. I promise you that. Because you'll be able to min-max the Binding of Isaac super effectively. Now, it looks like my min-maxing, at least up to this point, was pretty much not necessary. Doing a pretty good job of tearing Blue Baby's blue butthole up, bonobo style. And he's at like 30% health remaining. That bomb's going to help us out there. Do we have angel fetuses? We should, right? Those should be summoned at some point. There they are. Drop a quick bomb in there. Can't believe I didn't get hit there. Or there, or here. Or there, especially. Or there, to be frank with you. There we go. We finally took some damage. We're fine. We won. We deserved it, man. We put in the work there. We got some good items, but we did put in the work there. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a lot. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.